Hello. So I want to talk about cruise refunds for those of you who are expecting refunds from your cruise and you're patiently waiting for it. I'm going to first talk about my experience with getting the refund, and then from there I will talk about what each cruise line, what their wait time is, the expectation. But first, let me talk about my experience with receiving a refund since I have received one. So, as always, I'm out of order here. So, on April 13th, I received this email saying we have canceled your cruise, but we do have options for you. And like I said, it was April 13th that I received that email. So, of course, I logged in to see what my options were. I had two options, and I took the option of 100% refund. And that's my suggestion to everyone, but everybody have to do what's best for them. The reason why I took that 100% refund rather than a future credit with all of these onboard credits is because we're living in uncertain times, and we don't know what's going to happen with the cruise industry. I don't think that it's going to end or go bankrupt. I think cruising is going to continue, but when? But when? So I already had one planned for November that I booked. We cruisers book cruise way in advance. I booked a cruise like November 2019 for November 2020. So with already having that book, I didn't want to just go book another one without knowing whether it was going to cruise or not. So I took the 100% uh, option there. So I took that 100%. I chose that option online on April 13th. Now, here's my suggestion. When your cruise is canceled, or if your cruise has been canceled, and you go into your email and you make the choice to take the refund, I suggest you call them also, because I did that on April 13th and I called them on April 17th. And on April 17th, they didn't have my request for a refund in yet. They said it was waiting in a queue to be processed. So my request for the refund was waiting in a queue to be processed that I requested one. So she said she would go ahead and do it right there over the phone. So officially April 17th is when my request for a refund went through. Okay? So on May 22nd, I'm pretty sure it was Friday. Friday, I received my refund in full. Now, how they do it is, so me and my cabin mate, we were paying separately. I paid my part, she paid her part. Um, my deposit was made on one credit card, and my final payment was made on another credit card. So they put back the funds on each credit card. My cabin mate, she made her deposit on a debit card and her final payment through PayPal, and that's how they refunded her. A credit card and PayPal. So however you pay is how you're going to get your refund. Okay. So I did it officially on April 17th. So if you go from April 17th through when they refunded it, which was May 22nd, it took 5 weeks, 5 weeks to refund. But if you count April 13th as the day that they canceled my cruise and the day that I went in online and requested a refund, it took 6 weeks. So my point is, it takes 5 to 6 weeks with Carnival to get your refund. That's been my experience getting my refund from Carnival, because I know there's a lot of questions around that with people who they're waiting on refunds. So according to this article, who is this? ThePointGuy.com. According to this article, and other people, other YouTube vloggers who vlog about travel and cruising, according to other travel agents and just other articles and things I've read, it could take up to 90 days for you to get a refund. That's what they're saying. Expect 90 days. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking at 90 days. I wasn't even looking to get it this quickly. So I was pleasantly surprised. But some big cruise operators are processing refunds in just a few weeks. Others are taking up to 3 months to get money back to customers. At Cruise Giant, Royal Caribbean, and Sister Line Celebrity Cruise, for instance, the staff, and I just lost the article, the staff that handles refund requests is trying to get them to process it in 30 days, which works out to be about 45 days. So, Royal Caribbean, their goal is to get you your refund within 30 to 45 days. That's their goal. At a number of smaller lines, such as Crystal Cruises, Silver Sea, and Oceania, cruise refunds are taking up to 90 days to process. Norwegian Cruise Line says refunds are being processed in 90 days after request is made. So, like I said, like I just read, and like I said, some of the bigger cruise lines being Royal Caribbean, Carnival, expect about 5 to 6 weeks, 30 days. Royals, they're trying to get it back to you within 30 days, 45 days, but 5 to 6 weeks. But these smaller, like Norwegian is not really smaller, but it's not a bigger line as I guess, or as well known as Carnival and Royal. They were talking 90 days. They go on to say we're working hard to help guests. It takes 30 business days from the cancellation date. It may take a couple of days for the cancellation to take effect. So that is what's pretty much what they're saying about refunds. If you book your cruise through a travel agent and you paid through them, then you would need to contact them direct, because they're your person. They're your spokesperson with the cruise line to see when you will be getting that refund. So I can't speak on that. You would definitely have to contact your travel agent, which the travel agent is pretty much waiting for the money to come back from the cruise line to them so they can send it to you. That's why I don't like to do third parties, but I don't want the travel agents to jump on me for saying that. But that's why I prefer to book my own cruises so I can deal with my own money. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to add in about this. If you have any questions, drop down in the comments and ask me about any questions or comments or add-ons that you have, or if you receive a refund and you want to say how long yours take, please feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know and let us know, those who are watching. I'm looking forward to cruising again. I'm hoping that my cruise November 9th is a go. These ports are beginning to open up. Bahamas said they will be ready to open in July. Jamaica saying they're ready to receive cruise ships. Most of the Caribbean areas are ready to, saying that July timeframe they're ready to receive cruise ships. Some of the river boats cruises are beginning back in June. I don't know whether y'all ever, I did a video months ago about riverboat cruising, which is on a smaller scale, and of course they're cruising on river, which is why they riverboat cruising. But some of those cruise lines are starting back in June. They can do that because they have like half, maybe even less than half of what the regular cruise ships have on as far as people go. So they can kind of do social distancing and other safety practices a little bit better. But of course, cruise industry going to be watching to see how that goes. To get some ideas on how to start back up cruising. And also for me, I'm so glad that my next cruise is not till November 9th. And the cruise, it really do look like the cruise industry is going to start in August. It looks like it's going to be a go, even though they are canceling some August cruises. But I think that it's not going to be full. I think it's going to be, maybe they're going to start with a fourth of cruising, like, not 100%, but maybe 25% of the ships going out. And then they're not going to fill the ships up to capacity. Maybe they're going to just fill half of the ships and see how that goes. So that gives me September and October to see these ships go out and these ships go in, and to measure or to determine whether it's safe or not and how things are going So we'll see what happened November 9th. We have learned, if we haven't learned anything else from this pandemic, we have learned that you can make plans, but things can change. So preferably, things are better in our world as far as safety. Of course, we're going into a new normal. We'll never go back to what we were, what used to be, but hopefully as things become safe where we can travel again. I'm hoping to take a flight in August. We'll see. I'm kind of back and forth with it day by day, but hopefully we'll be able to get back to traveling again in our new normal, and preferably, I'll be whole and healthy and able to go. So we'll see what happens. So I'm beginning to ramble now. Again, if you have any comments, please, or questions or add-ons or corrections, please drop it down in the comments and let me know. This has been my experience with getting my refund back. 5 to 6 weeks. I was pleasantly surprised because I was really kind of just saying, okay, that money's not going to come back, to me for 3 months. So it's a nice, pleasant surprise to get that back on this past Friday. This is Miss Cruiser. Please like, share, and subscribe.